Hey everybody, this is Mike, and you're watching the Real Black Podcast. And once again, I'm joined by my good friends, Jason and Manny. They send me stuff every once in a while, and I gotta tell you about it. Is that cool?
Sure.
Some of the new releases that are on video.
What is?
Now, not all of them are African American related, but they're all quality things that I highly recommend. So from Kino Lorber, we'll do Kino Lorber first. They just dropped the Native Son, Richard Wright starring in Native Son. I don't know, are you guys familiar with this movie?
Mm-mm.
In 1921, they got old Richard Wright to play Bigger Thomas in a screen adaptation of his seminal work of fiction, Native Son.
That's why he's got a brown face then. He's playing a Native American, yeah.
No. Native Son is a classic book. You guys weren't forced to read this in middle school?
No.
Oh, it's about Bigger Thomas, who is a South Side Chicago kid, and he gets hired to be a chauffeur for a rich white family, and he accidentally kills this white lady and burns her body in the furnace to hide the body. So it's a film noir, but it was a famous book that pointed out the differences in class and race in Chicago, and it kind of put Richard Wright on the map. So years later, they made a movie about it.
Note of that,
Native Son, and then years later, and what's cool about this edition, it's region A, B, and C. So it's the official restoration from the Library of Congress. It's completely restored. It was heavily censored in the United States. So what they did, they took a composite print. They took a 16 millimeter and a 35 millimeter, and they matched them up to be complete. It's similar to what they did with the movie Detour a few years back.
Have you seen that version already then? The complete unedited version then?
I've seen it on VHS years ago, and the prints were pretty good back then. But this is pristine. So if you're interested, or if you're a completist, I highly recommend it. It's something that you may it's not getting a lot of publicity, but it was restored a couple years ago.
Give that a watch.
I've written it there.
Okay, yeah, I've written it down too. Yeah, it sounds like a very good story.
Native Son, hell comes to Frogtown. Those two.
All right. Well, that relates to our previous segment. British film. Talk about black and white buddy pictures. Trying to hold this up. Salt and Pepper and One More Time. Where Salt and Pepper is the original film. One More Time is a sequel. Peter Lawford and Sammy Davis Jr. of the Rat Pack.
Oh yeah, Peter Lawford was a Rat Pack member, wasn't he? The British Rat Pack.
Late 60s, 1968 and 1970. It's their idea of fun. So I've yet to crack this open, but it was on DVD before, and now it's on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. This is a double feature now. They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organization. Before, these were available separately from, was it Kino Lorber or Twilight Time? I'm not sure who put it out before. They were available separately. Now they're available.
Call Me Mr. Tibbs is the sequel, isn't it, to Heat of the Night, right?
In the Heat of the Night sequel, yes. Same character. And then The Organization is the sequel to They Call Me Mr. Tibbs. And
so that's part 1, that's 2 and 3 there. Heat of the Night 2 and 3, basically, yeah.
Yeah, and Damon Wilson from Sanford and Son. I think it might be his only feature film appearance is in The Organization. So, good for your buck. Accepted is another title. It's a documentary. I have no idea what this is about. But that's also from Kino Lorber. It's a 2021 Tribeca Film Festival nominee. Now the movies to review, these are not African American related, but they're some of my favorite films, so I requested they send them, and they did Kino Lorber did a great job on this. The Apartment with Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine.
Great film.
Billy Wilder film. You like it?
Yeah, I did actually. We had to watch that at film school. That was something they made us watch.
Oh, really?
Like Jack Lemmon.
Yeah.
Jack Lemmon, yeah.
I do like Jack. I think Jack Lemmon's a very good actor, to be honest. Very good actor.
Yeah. So this is the 4K. It has the Blu-ray and the DVD. So it's interesting because it came out in 2018. Arrow Films, which is a British company, put out The Apartment with the same transfer, but it was only on Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Now the dilemma: do you upgrade? I mean, I don't know if you guys care about 4K, if you have home theater systems, or if you have a 4K TV set. It's literally twice the resolution of regular Blu-ray discs. You know, so it's 3840 by 2160 as opposed to 1980 or 1080.
Yeah, it's huge. It's double the size, yeah. But
so it's twice as much detail in the picture, and they do a really good job with the transfer here. They clean it up. It's beautiful.
AI.
Now the question becomes: do you need to replace your Arrow version? It's the same transfer and it has fewer features. So it really is like, if you have 4K, you plan to upgrade, you plan to continue to collect, then the 4K edition is the thing to get. It doesn't have as many extra features on it, but the picture is that much better. So I would highly recommend, if you don't already have the Arrow edition of The Apartment, this 4K edition from Kino Lorber. If you already have it on Arrow, there's no need to double dip because the features are essentially the same. There's only one extra audio commentary that differentiates this from the previous release from a couple years back. So that's The Apartment. And then for you, are you Tarantino fans?
I do love a bit of Tarantino.
True Romance.
Oh, I love that film.
That wasn't directed by Tarantino, was it? It was Oliver Stone directed it, right?
It's his first screenplay. Wow. I don't know
he wrote it. Yeah.
Oh, it's weird. It's reflecting, but it looks like it's the sky in the painting as well.
Great movie.
Yeah, True Romance, a great movie. It's
he says that in there. He says it in it. Coming home with a body bag. Great movie.
Coming home with a body bag.
Bag too.
Yeah,
it's got the famous Christopher Walken speech about.
Man, great Eggplant.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So equally great.
That's it. It's Walken and Dennis Hopper, isn't it?
Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken.
That was like two great actors in one scene. It's a lot, it's just mad. That was fantastic. That was.
It's a glimpse. It holds up pretty good. I mean, it's got a lot of 90s references in it, and not really. A lot of Elvis references. It seems like Tarantino was
Elvis fan, isn't he?
Elvis at the time.
Elvis speaks to him.
Yes. Yes.
How come Tarantino never got around to directing that then?
He sold it before he sold it before he did Reservoir Dogs. Like it's what gave him his
the money to be able to make Reservoir Dogs.
His initial burst of celebrity was
that. I think I preferred what
he sold that and Natural Born Killers around the same time that he was making Reservoir Dogs. So I don't know if you guys remember, like when Tarantino he hit big because it was like he not only had Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, but he also had Natural Born Killers and True Romance out around the same time. Yeah. And then there are all the copycat movies, like Things to Do in Denver, When You're Dead, and
but come on, Things to Do in Denver, When You're Dead was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. I don't really care about Natural Born Killers anymore. I went and seen it at the cinema. I think for me, it was just too much. It was overhyped. It wasn't really, do you know what I mean? Compared to the other Tarantino films. I'll tell you what I like more than that, and it's less heard of. Do you remember Four Rooms? I think Tarantino. I love that film. I would watch Four Rooms again. I don't think I'll ever watch Natural Born Killers again. I watched it once.
I watched it once. That was enough.
Have you seen it? Yeah. Have you seen it again since watching it the first time?
I've only ever watched it once.
Yeah,
same here. But it's flashy. I'd need to see it again because I like Tarantino. I've been listening to his podcast. Now he's got a Video Archives podcast where he and Roger Avery talk about films that existed in the video store era. And he's got a book coming out in November that's cinema history. So I think, you know, there's a sort of a, I mean, Tarantino's never out of fashion, but Arrow does a great job with this.
Film. That's a great film. Great film. I got it in my collection. This
is the 4K edition, which is a single disc, but it has lobby card reproductions, and the limited edition comes with a poster and a booklet with photos and stuff. So thank you, Arrow Films. Thank you, Kino Lorber, for sending these my way for me to review and share with our Real Black viewers. And these all get recommended. I would say Native Son for completists. Well, should we flash and do a recap?
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, let's see.
So the recap, I'll just ISO myself real fast. Screwed that up. Hang on.
You say you isolated us too. Like,
okay, so a quick recap. The Apartment from Kino Lorber, highly recommended. True Romance from Arrow Films, highly recommended. Accepted. I have no idea what this is, but I can't wait to watch it. If you don't already have these, They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and the Organization are back out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber, as is Salt and Pepper and One More Time together as a double feature from Kino Lorber. And the movie of the week is Native Son, which is making its home video debut, official home video debut for the very first time in history. It's been available in off-brand VHS copies, but it's not been available in this way, this uncut version. So we highly recommend you check out Native Son.